Hello! Welcome to Anime. I'm Travis, and today I want to talk about anime movies. Let's get into it. So, I feel like anime movies, if you're seeing the title of this video, have a problem. Let me give you guys a little bit of insight on just the industry and how everything has kind of gotten to this point. Anime movies are not nothing new. They've been around since anime has been created. Like, people have made anime movies. They've made tie-ins to their shows. Some canon, some you could question the canon, or some just fun little adventures to kind of help open up the world and the world building. So it's nothing new. But I feel like anime has a problem. And so this all really stems from one particular movie. Going back to 2020 during the, pandemic, where everyone was kind of locked in, we were all scared, worried, some of us didn't have a lot to do. Studios still were working to try to pump out movies and stuff. And actually, there was a decline in movies and within cinema. You guys might recall that. Especially Japan. You see, a lot of countries weren't doing so good in terms of their cinemas, and because no one was going to the cinemas. And so when cinemas started popping back up, not a lot of people really wanted to go to the cinemas. They were comfortable with what they had at home, the streaming sites, and this was a big effect there in Japan. They have some of the most interesting cultural things when it comes to cinema. And so this was a big surprise that we were seeing cinema kind of plummeted down. In terms of cinema, I meant the cinema houses, not actual cinema. But all this changed with, and you probably have already guessed it at this point, Demon Slayer Mugen Train. This was a grounding success. It was phenomenal. It outbeat Spirit Away. It was incredible. People were talking about it. People were like, our boy Tanjiro was number one.
He was number one.
And so, yeah, it was a good movie. I like Mugen Train. I saw it in theaters. I shed a tear for my boy Rengoku. Rest in peace, R.I.P. Rengoku. But this is where the problem really starts. You see, before the movie came out, I remember actually having conversations with people about how they were worried that this movie was why do a movie? Why just not make another season? And I remember telling them the director said, the creator said, this arc only works as a movie. And I believe that's because of the many chapters that is within this arc. Mugen Train being, from what I've seen, 12 chapters, that makes sense to throw into a movie. That's just, it's a very short arc, and, with the idea of them being on a train, yeah, that works as a movie. We're in a day and age where that has now gained a kind of a negative effect. And I say this because now we're seeing this with more and more anime. More and more anime are kind of going out there and they're just making movies for arcs now. So what I'm trying to get at is that I believe we're in a time where we don't need every anime conclusion or every anime arc be adapted into a movie. Certain arcs just don't work that way. And coming from someone who got their degree within film, I know a thing or two about scripts, and I know a thing or two about adapting books and media to certain types of media to the visual media, the movie format. And I find that certain things work and certain things don't. Like Black Clover. It was expected, and it's still circulating, that Black Clover is getting a movie for its final arc. And that's that's kind of sucky, because, like, that final arc is really cool. Like, there's a lot, and it's not even the final arc. Like there's so much cool stuff within Black Clover that we're just getting a movie, and it kind of sucks, because there's so many characters that you want to see, and you want to see that adapted to screen. And that's where my concerns come from, is that I feel like with the big people here, Demon Slayer, doing the 3-part Infinity Castle arc, I feel like, I'm hoping they do something good, but I have this gut-wrenching feeling that they're going to miss out on some really cool stuff. Like, they're going to miss out, like, and cut some things just to fit it into a 1.5 hour movie. Because if you look at most anime movies, they range within that kind of runtime. I just don't think you can fit what is supposed to be 67 chapters into a movie, and 3 movies even. Like, again, Mugen Train, 12 chapters to something that was 67 chapters. Like, that's a lot. And I feel like some people out there are probably like, well, no, it's gonna work, Travis. You gotta calm down. It's gonna work there. But I have a feeling things are gonna get cut, and that's going to be a hindrance to the story. Now, this does give the animators more time to make something more beautiful, take the time to really craft their art, and I am for that. Like, again, I'm still going to go see the Chainsaw Man movie, and I'm still going to see the Infinity Castle arc part movies, because I love anime, and I'd love to support this particular industry, and I'd love to support the people that, put the hard work into making these films. But I just hope we don't get into this trend where we have to keep making anime arcs into movies. Because, again, certain stories work as movies, and certain stories don't work as movies. Like, you need a longer format to tell that story. And I'm hoping we just don't get lazy and just call it hey, this is a cash grab. Because I'm gonna be honest, Demon Slayers, your last few, seasons, I remember, when, they did a season, I forget which season it was, season 3 maybe, they did a season, and a lot of people were advertising it as watch it in theaters, and a lot of people went to go see it, and it wasn't a movie, it was just a recap of season 2. It was, the recap of, the entertainment district, and then, there was just 2 episodes they got to watch. That's what I heard, and I'm stop doing that. Sure, the cinema experience is really cool, and I'm all for sitting in a theater and watching movies and watching definitely your favorite type of media on the big screen, but stop making this a cash grab. Again, really focus on the art. If you're gonna go make a anime movie, I just hope you guys, really take the time to choose the specific arcs that would work for an anime movie. Or just do what My Hero Academia does. If your story is allowed to build upon its world, let the creator come up with an original story. Throw that in and make a movie out of it. I think some of the My Hero movies, despite some plot relevance in the second one, are really good films. I think, wow, this expands upon the movie. Another anime movie that I really enjoy that does this is Danmachi. The creator made an original story for people to get into the movie, and I like that. Some of the Naruto movies are some of my favorite anime films. Pokemon. One Piece literally builds upon its world with its movies. So, there's nothing to say that you can't just have fun and make an original movie and not make an arc into a movie. I'm sure, it would have been cool to see, Demon Slayer open its world a little bit, have some fun. Again, if you're gonna milk the cow, why don't you just open the world, show more to it. I think that would have been really fun. you have that freedom to do something like that, as long as the creator is cool with it. Obviously, you know, I support what the creator wants, rather than what the industry wants. All I'm saying is, let's not try to get into this trend. I'm hoping we can get out of it, and I'm hoping that, I'm hoping I am wrong. I'm hoping these movies are going to be fantastic, and I'm hoping that, you know, this is just going to be a more healthier and better alternative to the hard-working animators that have to put these beautiful pieces of art to the screen. I hope what I've said has given some insight, something to kind of chat with your friends about. Write in the comments what you think about anime movies. But with that said, I'm excited to see these anime movies on the big screen. I'm still going to buy into them because I'm a weeb and I love me some good anime. But with that said, I'm Travis. This was my talk, and I will catch you guys later.
Thank you for watching! If you're not subscribed, be sure to do so by clicking here. If you are subscribed, we thank you for keeping the anime dream alive. Be sure to check out our other content here and here. For even more content, be sure to check out the rest of our channel, and be sure to follow us on Twitter by clicking the link in the description below. I'm Felicia, and I'll see you next time.